A mindful mama and a hot mess walk into midlife.
One of us meditates
and the other curses under her breath.
Welcome to Namaste and No Way.
Hi friends, I'm Megan. I'm the one who loves breathwork, journaling, and genuinely believes in conscious parenting.
And I'm Melissa. I yell and curse a lot. I love my child, but some days I'm just trying not to lose my mind or my phone.
We started this podcast because we both have young kids in our 40s.
And no one told us we'd be so damn tired for the rest of our lives.
We're here to talk about motherhood, marriage, midlife, and all the things that fall apart when we're trying to hold it all together.
Like your style or your will to cook dinner.
This episode is brought to you by Mine at Mist, a center where connection, education, and wellness come together to guide you on a journey of self-discovery, inner peace, and authenticity. Located in North Scituate at 344 Gannett Road, Mine at Mist is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come as you are and explore one of our daily flows, 30 to 50-minute mini workshops designed to help you reset, reconnect, and rise. Whether you're looking for grounding, movement, awakening, or something in between, this Soul Energy Gym is your space to work out energies that no longer serve you and work in energies that do. We also host deeper workshops, retreats, and private experiences, from corporate wellness to birthdays and group reset days. Enter through the blue doors in the middle of the building, head up one flight, or take the elevator and step into something beautifully different. Visit mineatmist.com or find us on Instagram and Facebook at mineatmist. Or better yet, stop in and feel the shift for yourself.
Is it burnout or is it just Tuesday? When your nervous system is fried and your kids ask for a snack again.
Hi, friends.
Today we're talking about burnout. Ugh, burnout.
I know, right? So, what even is burnout? I Googled a definition, and it's a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged and unrelenting stress.
Basically, like everyday life, right?
It is. And I think too, something that I feel like, so many people talk about burnout, right? I feel like it's a super big topic right now. And it's so real. Especially I think for moms, we are just doing too much.
Agreed.
Literally doing too much.
Agreed.
And what's not often talked about as much is that we often just don't have the capacity for what we are actually trying to do. And we're not having enough fun.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I know you're a yes person because you always say yes to everything.
Too many things.
You know me, I'm a no person. So
Yes.
sometimes I'm left feeling burned out, but also feeling left out because I didn't say yes.
Yeah. And I say yes to all the things. And then I end up just collapsing on the ground.
That's terrible. All right. So what does burnout look like? How do we handle it?
So I think at different phases of your life, it looks different, right? I totally remember being early motherhood, and I used to imagine that I would be in a car accident, not a really bad car accident.
What?
Yeah, this is really
What
bad.
do you mean?
Really bad. Not a really bad car accident, but a car accident where I could go to the hospital and just rest.
What?
And at the time, I knew it was a crazy thought.
At the
but I
hospital,
was
you're not
so
resting.
tired.
Right?
Well, yes, I understand.
It's the beeping you're here, literally, no.
That would have been a relief to just lay. I forgot that I had the choice, right?
Yeah.
I think I was so stressed out. There was so much going on. I was doing way too much. I didn't have any capacity left. And that was just my fantasy. And I understood how crazy it was at the time. And now I really understand.
Yes, but also I sort of understand the idea of laying in a bed and not having someone mommy, make me macaroni and cheese, or, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and I think people forget that we actually get to choose how we live our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're really burnt out, there's so much, you're feeling so much pressure and you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stuck in a pattern that you can't get your way out of.
Yesterday, I was so thankful for your husband because I was trying to, pump up my daughter's bike tire because I'm pretty sure that the day before when my wife took her out in the cul-de-sac, it was flat then because it doesn't get flat overnight in 24 hours. But then I used one of those little, the needle the one with the needle. I tried to put it in there and I took all the air out of the bike, literally. So now my daughter's like, why does my bike flat? Why is it flat? I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know. So then I texted you. I'm like, I'm going to be late. I need a bike tire. I have to go to the bike store. I don't know what's going to happen. And she's like, oh, my husband, he has a bike pump. So come on over. So I went to the house and she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at your house. Didn't you just tell me to come to your house? No.
I thought you were already at the park.
No, I was not at the park. I was literally in her driveway.
Yes.
And she's sitting there like, oh, yeah, he'll be right there. So he literally came to the rescue, pumped up the tire, whatever. But the thing I didn't even tell you yesterday what happened was when, you know, the little screw thing that you take off the tire?
Yeah.
Well, I threw it on the ground, like not even knowing. And then when the needle broke off into the tire, because I told you that the bike pump broke, I threw away the screw top. And as I realized I threw it out, I was digging through trash and blueberries were at the bottom. Do you know how many blueberries looked like the bike tire screw thing? Like literally, it was all of them. I literally was digging around with avocado, blueberries, and raspberries. I was like so annoyed. And then I washed my hands, but I didn't realize I had my scrunchie on my wrist. And I was like, why do I smell trash? And it was my scrunchie. Like I was like so annoyed by this one little thing. I feel like that's when burnout happens. Like you feel like it's one little tiny thing. Like it could have been something so small, but it made it seem so impossible to like get over yesterday. I was so frustrated. And I don't know if you noticed, but at the park, I was in a really bad mood.
I did. I think too, it's like the accumulation of those moments. Like, cause you're like you said, like if it happens like one time, it's like, oh, it's not a big of a deal.
Yeah.
But you know, like you're in need of something different when
I need a break.
It like that triggers you that in that like intensive a way.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Yeah. No, it's so intense.
So what do we suggest? Like, what should we do to get burnout like out of the way and not have to, you know, how do we handle burnout without, you know, abandoning our kids?
Yeah. No, I think it's such a good question. And I think there's so many different things that you can do, right? And everyone's different. But like for me, what was really helpful was just like looking at like my day, like how I spend my day. And like also like I talked about like just like realizing that like I get to choose. Like yes, there's so many, and a lot of times it feels like you don't get to choose. Like I do have to go to all the school events that happen at the end of the year. I do, right? Like there's certain times, and I
can't go to mine because I didn't do the virtuous training, and my daughter goes to Catholic school, so I am banned from the events this year. But I will do the training next year.
It's so funny.
It's so funny, but not really, because like teddy bear picnic Thursday, and guess who's not going?
And now you can't go.
And my wife swooped in literally and did the virtuous training like, I don't know, a month ago. And now she's like parent of the year. She's volunteered for everything.
And maybe that's okay. Right. So like maybe that part is part of it, giving ourselves permission to like not do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Is part of it.
As I'm watching like the pictures and my wife's like in the pictures with my daughter smiling like, ee. I'm like, you weren't there all year.
That gets to be their thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think, being able to prioritize, this is one of the things I love about breathwork so much because it does like help expand your capacity. So, and it helps like kind of rewire patterns. Cause I think also a lot of times what we're doing are things we witnessed in our childhood.
Yes.
Like what we saw our moms do. And we put so much pressure on ourselves and like, it just like,
but those didn't work
being
either.
Able to choose. Well, no, it's not.
Right.
It doesn't work. Nobody thinks it works.
Right.
But I think just being able to choose. So like, just like focusing, on like your day-to-day things. And my new thing that really helps with burnout is I go on a walk at night, but I like dance.
Wait.
While I'm walking.
Walking
and it's
where?
so fun. Just like in my driveway sometimes, in my neighborhood.
So like people driving by and they're watching you like
100%
dance in the moon?
Just dance. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. But it works.
It works. It's so fun. And it's like, I think like, it's like, obviously that's not going to work for everybody, but just finding like the weird things you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like sometimes dancing in my kitchen.
I do dance in my kitchen a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that can so help.
I feel like I like basically the way I handle all of the burnout is like, I end up lowering my own expectations. You know what I mean? Like on myself. Cause I have a lot of expectations on myself. So like I will lower my own expectations. Like I'll be like, okay, it's probably not going to be a good day because of this A, B, and C. So like any win is a win for the day, you know, like, and I do feel like that is helpful, but also I'm like, there's not really much to fall or fail. You know what I mean? Because your expectations weren't high in the first place. I feel like my expectations are always too high. I'm like, okay, this is going to be an amazing event and nothing's going to go wrong and no one's going to have a meltdown. And then everything shit hits the fan.
It turns out just saying like everything's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Or like,
definitely.
Yeah. I think too, like when you have those expectations, like everybody else feels it around you, especially kids.
Yes.
So it feels like so much pressure.
100%.
And then like they just start like imploding because they're trying to like take away the pressure.
Yep. Well, you don't have to do it all. You just have to keep showing up, right?
No, totally. Yeah. And I think you're just thinking about like what you want to create in your life. Like just asking yourself those questions versus feeling like really trapped.
Yeah. Like
in your
no
patterns.
way. I'm not going to another PTA meeting unless they're going to serve margaritas, right?
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
If you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out, send this episode to your favorite overwhelmed friend or your partner who thinks, you've been moody lately. And next week we'll talk about sex after marriage. People have told me it does exist.
Thanks for joining us today. We know your time is valuable and probably interrupted, so we're grateful to be a part of your chaos.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.
Leave us a review if you loved it. Or even if you didn't, we can take it. We've survived toddler tantrums.
Barely. Namaste, bitches.